myth, urban legend, folktale, supernatural, mystery, fairy tale, history, mystical. This is about the story of the universe. Edition of legends and folk tales from the American continent. Mexican folk tales. Alux. Alux is a mythological creature from Mexico, originating from the Mayan culture. Alux is a dwarf human like a dwarf or elf who lives in forests, caves, or fields. Alux can be good or evil depending on humans' treatment of them. Alux can help farmers by protecting their crops from pests and thieves, but they can also disturb or damage their plants. If they are not given offerings and respected, Alux are usually invisible to humans, but they can appear as small children, animals, or objects. Alux can also make strange noises, throw stones, or steal things to annoy humans. Alux can be made by humans in the form of a clay statue and give it a name, then placed in certain places and blessed by a shaman. After 7 years, the statues will come to life and become Alux. Alux is believed to still exist today in several areas in Mexico. Next story. Island of the Dolls. South of Mexico City, there is an island called Xochimilco, better known as La Isla de las Muñecas, or Island of the Dolls. On the beach, visitors will be greeted by thousands of dolls, both large and small. There are no humans living here anymore. There are only dolls here. It feels very calm here, but at night it can be very scary because all the dolls seem to be looking at us. The dolls have made this island their home since 1950. According to local folklore, a girl fell into a nearby river. Then a local man named Don Julian Santana jumped in to save her, but the child died from drowning. There were no official reports of the accident or death, but Don Julian Santana marked the spot where the child allegedly fell and died with a white cross. After putting up the cross, Santana reports that something strange and scary is starting to happen on the island. He believed he began seeing shadows and hearing the cries of a little girl. For more than 17 years, Santana has been collecting dolls from trash cans, from friends, or from waterways. The majority of the dolls have distinctive characteristics, such as ugly dolls, old dolls, burnt dolls, or disabled dolls. The doll wearing a straw hat decorated with sunflowers was the first doll Santana found floating in the Xochimilco Canal. Among the thousands of dolls on the island, only one doll has a name, namely Augustinita. The doll wears a turquoise dress. Augustinita has become the most important doll in his collection. The doll he spends time with becomes his companion, his friend, and his protector. Because Augustinita is believed to have special qualities, at night he walks around. She even has the special ability to heal and protect. The story of this island and its collection of scary dolls has captured the imagination of tourists from all over the world who dare to visit the island to see its scary inhabitants. Don Julian Santana died of a heart attack in April 2001. His body is said to have fallen into the water at the exact spot where the girl is believed to have drowned. A black cross and plaque mark the spot. Next story. La Planchada. La Planchada is a famous ghost legend in Mexico. This legend tells the story of a nurse named Eulalia, working at the Juarez Hospital in Mexico in the 1930s. His work uniform always looks very clean and perfectly neat. Eulalia does an excellent job, and her patients feel lucky to be under her care. But things start to change when a handsome young doctor joins the hospital staff. Eulalia and the doctor began to meet frequently, and soon Eulalia fell in love with him. Then the two of them got engaged. Not long after the engagement, the doctor went to attend a medical seminar. After a week from the day of his departure, the handsome doctor had not returned. The following week there was still no sign of the doctor returning. Eulalia became increasingly worried and felt that something bad had happened to him. But a few weeks later, the hospital received word from the doctor. It seems he met a woman in town who was hosting a seminar, and the two got married. Eulalia was heartbroken and deeply depressed. Her work began to be neglected, and she began to neglect the patients under her supervision. As a result, one of the patients died. Realizing she had made a big mistake, Eulalia fell ill. She was so desperate that she finally died. After this incident, strange things began to happen. Doctors, nurses, and patients often see nurses walking in hospital corridors, but seeming to float, and their bodies seem to glow. The hospital staff nicknamed the strange nurse La Planchada because she always appeared wearing a uniform that was clean and looked freshly pressed to perfection. Interestingly, it is said that the ghost nurse will appear at night in a ward where Eulalia died and care for patients who appear neglected. In the morning, the patient was well enough to be moved to a less intensive treatment room. When asked how they felt, they answered, "A nurse came and cured me." People believe Eulalia returned as a spirit out of guilt. It seemed he was forever doomed to pay for his mistakes in life. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, so that our friendship lasts forever.